Hey, so emailing remains one of the most common methods of professional communication. And today we're talking about something very important, email etiquette. Now, what exactly is email etiquette? Email etiquette is basically the general rules and expectations for your professional emails. And these rules exist to help you make sure that your message is clear, you don't confuse your reader, and you come across as organized and professional. So let's learn about email etiquette. First of all, it is important to understand why email etiquette exists and why it's so important. The reality is that people will judge your competence and your professionalism based on your emails, especially people who you have never met before, and this is your only form of communication. Of course, naturally, they're gonna judge you based on something, and if the only time you've spoken to them is via email, that's how they're gonna judge you. As well, emails are a permanent record of correspondence or communication. Emails are basically around forever. It's not like when you say something and it's over and people forget about it. People can refer back to your emails. So it is important to be clear, to be professional, to be organized, and to get it right. So the first thing you need to do is to make sure that you are sticking to one topic or one main subject per email thread. An email thread is basically a back and forth email conversation. And when you have lots of different topics in one email thread, it's confusing, it's difficult to sort through, it's difficult to find. So the reason why you need to stick to one topic per email thread is because it's easier for your recipient to find this information, to search for it in the future, to refer back to it, and it remains organized for both of your records. Next, get to the point. People are busy and they receive lots of emails every single day. You don't want your reader to have to sort through unnecessary details and unnecessary information to understand what your email is about and to get the information and the details that they actually need. So it's important to start your email with your main point and then go into details. So this means when I read the first sentence of the body of your email, I know exactly what this email is about. It's not that I need to spend 20 seconds or 30 seconds looking at this and thinking, okay, what is the point here, right? So keep that in mind. You always want to start off with the main point of your email, the main purpose, and then go into details. Don't start off with the details and then ask for what you need or what you're looking for at the very end. That is confusing and time consuming as well. So here's an example. Let's compare these two emails. Good morning, Chris. We're bringing in a marketing consultant to take a look at the plans for the next launch. Our aim is to consider feedback from all departments and look at potential changes that need to be made this time around. The consultant has requested the results of this survey prior to our meeting next Tuesday. Could you please have your team complete this 5-minute survey on our first launch by 3 p.m. this Friday? Let me know if there are any questions. Thanks. So you can pause, go back and reread that email if you need to, okay? And now we're gonna look at a simplified version of this email where we have removed the unnecessary details. Good morning, Chris. Could you please have your team complete this 5-minute survey on our first launch by 3 p.m. this Friday? We are bringing in a consultant to look at the plans for our next launch. She has requested the results of the survey to ensure we have considered feedback from all departments. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. So sometimes people don't need or care about these unnecessary details. So structuring your email this way with your main point and then the details saves them time and gives them the option to read those details if they need to. All right, so go back and compare these two emails if you like. Next, you need to manage your recipients. Now, the recipient is the person who you are writing to, the person receiving your email. And sometimes you're writing to more than one person or to several people in one email. And it's always a good idea to let your readers know who you have added and who you have removed from the email. And this applies to internal emails when you are emailing a team or a group of people. And you can do this by making a note at the top of your email using a plus or minus sign. And the first line of your email might look something like this: adding Jason for approval and removing Stephanie because she's no longer on this project. Or you can include a note at the top of your email that says something like this: looping in Jason in case he has any feedback. Okay, so it's nice for everyone to be on the same page. It's professional and it avoids confusion. Make sure you understand how to use the two CC and BCC fields appropriately for different situations. Now, 2 is for your main recipients, and generally their names and email addresses will be visible. Now, CC is for your secondary recipients when it is okay to share their email addresses with everyone else. So their email addresses will be visible, but they are not your main recipients, they're your secondary recipients. And BCC stands for blind carbon copy. And this is for when you are sending mass emails or broadcasts or emails to a large group of people, maybe a mailing list, for instance, and you do not want to share the email addresses with everyone. All right, so make sure you understand the difference between these fields and that you are using them correctly. Next, keep it short and sweet. We already talked about how structuring your email helps to make it clear by starting with your main point, but it's also important to make sure you just generally remove extra words and unnecessary information. Remember that in business, time is money, and you want to show people that you respect their time. So let's look at an example of these 2 emails. First up, hi Marissa, many thanks for the email you sent yesterday. Unfortunately, I will not be able to meet you this Friday as I already have another meeting scheduled. I definitely want to meet up with you soon. What about Monday? Does that work for you? We could meet around 10 a.m. Looking forward to hearing from you. Now let's compare this to a shorter, simplified version. Hi Marissa, thanks for your email. Unfortunately, I am not available for a meeting on Friday. Would Monday at 10 a.m. work for you? Looking forward to hearing from you. Next, always make sure you have a clear, concise, and specific subject line. When someone receives your email, the subject line should tell them exactly what the email is about before even opening it. So avoid generic or general subject lines like hi, hello, or good morning, and do not leave your subject line empty, okay? That is extremely unprofessional. So instead, some examples of specific subject lines would be meeting confirmation Friday at 10 a.m., final invoice or final report, or leave request June 1st to June 10th. Okay, so with these subject lines, your recipient knows automatically what the email is going to be about. Therefore, they can prioritize it accordingly. So there you have it, some important rules of email etiquette. Now, if you are trying to improve your email writing skills and take your business English to the next level, make sure to check out the Essential English for Business course. This is a self-study online course you can learn at your own pace. I will link the Essential English for Business course down below the lesson. And don't forget to grab your free ebook, English Conversations Made Simple, also linked down below. If you enjoyed today's lesson, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow and reach English learners all around the world. Thank you for watching, learning, and spending time here with me today. I'll see you very soon in another one.